This year's Circle of Excellence Award presentation is unique and extremely special. So often we say that when you're part of FHCA, you're part of a family. This organization was born out of individuals who passed on their passion for the profession to their sons and daughters, and those sons and daughters carried the tradition of giving back to the association. I asked some of my fellow Circle of Excellence recipients today what makes the presentation so special. And they share with me how this year's award will reflect the same generational spirit. They also shared that many of you in the room may not know the history behind these quiet leaders who we'll be honoring today. So we're going to do things just a little bit different. Quiet leaders are powerful. They focus on action instead of words and are able to generate excitement, encourage ownership, and develop loyalty in unique ways. I can't think of a better way to describe this father and son who we're honoring today. The Weisman family has been actively involved in our profession since 1969. Bart Weisman built his first nursing home in Pennsylvania. The company grew to open centers in New Jersey and expanded to Florida in 1974. In 2003, Mr. Weisman was appointed to chair of New Vision Management, and his son, Andrew Weisman, was named president. Together, their organization thrived, as did their commitment to Florida Healthcare Association. Both Bart and Andy have always been extremely active in the legislative arena, and they have always encouraged their employees to get involved in FHCA as well. Many New Vision employees have served as district officers, are Florida leaders, and are active committee participants. Bart was named into the FHCA Hall of Fame for his legislative work with Florida Healthcare Association. At the same time, he was an active voice on our behalf in Washington, D.C., advocating with American Healthcare Association on our federal issues. Andy has been a steady voice in the profession as well. As president of FHCA's advocacy partner, Our Florida Promise, I have watched him guide us smartly and soundly through the challenges that came with Medicaid managed care, the prospective payment system, the Constitutional Revision Commission, and the generator rules. Children with special needs are also well cared for because of the work they do. Their pediatric care centers in Florida and New Jersey are among the best. They have helped so many children thrive and given family members much needed support. When these centers came under fire several years back, Andy never hesitated to invite legislators and the agency into his center or to speak to the media to change the misperceptions about these much needed services for the children in our state. The Weisman's leadership is the reason New Vision centers are some of the best in the state. Their caregivers are loyal and committed to quality. And when you ask why to their members, they respond, it's because of Mr. Weisman, Bart, and Andy. They treat them like family, and they're the reason so many of the staff have stayed with the organization so long. Before I call up the 2019 Circle of Excellence Award winners, both of them, let's watch a brief video that sheds a little more light on just how special they are.
It's been quite a unique adventure working with a group like this, where it is truly a family-oriented business here. Everyone is just merely a phone call away.
I guess one of the big things about my dad is that he's a very passionate individual, and whenever he would express himself, he did it with such intensity. And I think it was his passion and drive that started this organization and continues it to this day.
It was like a little family that had a lot of fun. And just everybody just appreciated everybody, you know. And that's one of my fun times about being with Bart. You know, that was one of the fun times. But like I always say, he was one of the best dressers I ever seen.
I think that's one of the things that really makes me feel so at home with working with this company is both Mr. Bart Weisman and Mr. Andy Weisman have such a sincere interest in the well-being and the growth of their employees.
And they're always approachable, even if you need to go to them about anything.
I had an opportunity to visit with Andy and his team several years ago at the plantation facility, and it was great to see his team's approach to care for their pediatric residents. Not only could you tell his dedication as a manager, but also that of his team and his staff.
My father's a people person, and we've been blessed with some really solid, long-term, devoted people at every level within the organization.
Andy was my administrator when I was hired here, and he is such a wonderful guy. Wonderful. Whenever he comes to the facility, he always check on his employees, always pass, "Hello, hi Savitri, how are you?" So I'm fine, Andy.
Andy was a great boss. He would come down and visit in rehab in the mornings and have his coffee, and we would catch up on the happenings of either the weekend or what was going on in the facility. He was very approachable.
Well, you have contact with the people that are at the top, you know. It's not like a big corporation where, everything's cut and dry. It's more of a family.
In this type of setting, when something special is needed for a resident, if we go to Andy or Mr. Weisman, they're always supportive of it. If it's something a resident needs, it's going to happen.
The people that I work with is one of the reasons that I've stayed here for the 28 years that I've worked at Springtree. The head of HR there has been great with me. Andy has always stayed in touch, even though, he hasn't been the administrator here for a long time. He's always, done me right.
I think some of the most impressive memories I have is that they had such dedication to their employees. And before I was an administrator, I'd see them every Friday going to lunch with their administrators, and then subsequently when I became an administrator, it was always Mr. Weisman's strong interest to make sure he knew about his employees, and he'd take his administrators to lunch every Friday and not just want to know what was going on with the business, but what was going on with their employees as well.
Lucky enough to have my father as my consigliere, and still have him as my advisor to this day. And not many days go by in which we don't talk business, and I'm proud to call him my partner, friend, and role model.
Congratulations, Mr. Weisman and Andy. You're not two more deserving people to get this award, and I congratulate you both.
Congratulations on your induction into the Florida Healthcare Association Circle of Excellence. It's a great recognition of your decades of commitment to the field.
I must congratulate Andy Weisman along with his dad, Bart Weisman. Congratulations to the both of them on this award.
I'm very proud of both of you for receiving this Circle of Excellence Award. It's definitely well deserved for both of you.
Congratulations, Andy and Bart. I love to see y'all do this. I ain't never thought I'd be here seeing y'all do 50 years, but I'm happy for you, I'm proud of you.
It's so amazing to watch through the years, and I congratulate both of them. It has been an honor and a privilege to be part of your establishment for all these years.
Congratulations on the Circle of Excellence Award.
Congratulations.